Do you know why baboons live in groups? I'll give you a hint. It has to do with their butts. Hi, and welcome to Life Noggin. When you look at a baboon's butt, you might notice two things. First, it's pretty big, which is great for troop members to grab onto when they're grooming each other. And second, it's got a lot of hairless skin, which is not great for an animal that spends its time in the hot sun. But this unique feature is actually an adaptation that helps baboons keep cool. See, the more hairless skin, the more they can sweat, and the better they can regulate their body temperature. But that means they're also more susceptible to sunburn. So to protect their butts from getting sunburned, baboons hang out in groups because there's safety in numbers. The more baboons in a troop, the less likely it is that any one baboon will get eaten by a predator like a lion or hyena. This is called group defense, and it works especially well when there are lots of predators around. Being in a group also helps them find food. Baboons are omnivores, which means they eat both plants and animals. They love to snack on leaves, bark, fruit, and even termites. But sometimes finding food can be difficult. So baboons look to their troop members for help. If one baboon finds some food, the rest of the troop will follow and eat some too. And because there are more of them than there are of us, baboons often steal our food. 2. I guess there are benefits to being in a large group, but sometimes there are more benefits to being in a smaller group. Being in a larger troop means there's more competition for food and more fighting. And even though baboons are related to each other, they don't always get along. Sometimes there are power struggles between the males, and the dominant male will leave the troop to start his own. Taking this kind of split, though, comes with risks. If a lone baboon runs into a rival troop, there may be an aggressive confrontation, and the lone baboon could end up getting hurt. But this is a risk some baboons are willing to take. After all, being alone means they don't have to share their food. And if they have babies, being alone means they don't have to worry about other troop members killing their babies. Unfortunately, though, some predators like hyenas target baboon troops, specifically, because it's easy. Pray for them. Even though baboons live in groups to protect themselves, young baboons are still vulnerable. Sometimes adult baboons will sacrifice themselves by giving their life to save the life of a baby baboon. And although it might seem altruistic, they're really just ensuring the survival of their own genes by protecting the young. The adults ensure the next generation will be strong and healthy. And that means the genes they carry on to the next generation will too. So even though it might look like a selfless act, it's really in their self-interest. And now that you know why baboons live in groups, I want you to go out and find your troop. Just kidding! Don't actually go outside. But if you did go outside, you wouldn't see a troop of baboons because they're only found in Africa. So, unless you live in Africa, you won't find any baboons anytime soon. But you might find some interesting rocks. And if you bring those rocks to the lab and smash them up, you might find some minerals in them. Minerals are super important to our bodies, but we can only get them from the earth. As always, thanks for watching. And if you want to learn more about how baboons sweat, check out the video in the description. And here's another video you might like.